Such a beautiful time of year. Oh my gosh, I love all of the spring stamps and everything. And so I decided that for this week's card challenge, we would do the theme of spring. So when you think of spring, do baby animals or flowers? Which one's yours that you pick first? Comes to mind first. Baby animals or flowers? I will tell you, mine's usually flowers. Though these stamp sets have some of the cutest baby animals. Oh my gosh, we're going to be using a bunny today that's just too precious. All right, my name is Kristina Reese. This is Creating with Kristina. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page. And on Wednesdays, I do a creative card challenge. And sometimes it's a theme, sometimes it's a color, sometimes it's a sketch. But last week's was butterflies, and this week we're doing spring. So kind of staying in the same theme, but a little more broad this time. Before we get started though, yeah, I've already told you who I am. I'm Kristina. So let's go ahead and find out who won last week. So we only had 8 people participate last week, so it was kind of a little low on the attendance, but that's okay. Your chance of winning is 1 in 8, so that's pretty good chances. I've put 1 through 8 on the number board, and we're going to spin, and then I'm just going to count down the cards and see who the winner is. Wow, look at all these people. Good morning, Colleen and Deborah Woodby. Linda Hodge. All right. Good morning. Good morning. And Linda says flowers. And so does Colleen. Colleen, y'all are flowers. All right, here we go. Spinning the wheel. Okay, number 6. So let me count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hildenelle. Hildenelle, congratulations, girl. Oh, I love this. All right, so let me switch over to this one here. So this week's spring card challenge is spring, and I am using this stamp set called Springtime Joy. And this is also the stamp set that is in this month's card class by mail. So if you order the Springtime Joy card class by mail, if you order the whole thing, you'll get this stamp set. If you already own the stamp set, you can also order the class for just the kit without the stamps. You will get an entire pack of the Settles color pack, and I've used the Highland Heather here, the So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, and Calypso Coral in these cards here, and these are the cards that are in the kit, and so you'll get everything you need. You get the paper, the ribbon, the opal rounds. Oh my gosh, are these the coolest? I just love these. This is so pretty. The opal rounds, I use them on all my cards now. Oh my goodness, my goodness. All right, so we have Debbie Cox from North Carolina. Good morning. Nancy and Debbie Woodby says bunnies for spring are always fun. Absolutely. How many of you have a whole bunch of bunnies in your yard already? I've got a few. I've got a few. Okay, what am I trying to do here? I am trying to make a card. So we have our winner, Hildenelle. If you didn't hear, you're the winner. And we're going to make a card. So what you need to make this card is first, of course, a stamp set. You're going to need the layering ovals for this particular card, but any 2-layer shape. So you could have 2 ovals, 2 squares, 2 hearts, whatever you want. Then you also need a flower and a leaf punch. And so here's my leaf punch. I don't see my flower punch, but my flower punch punches these flowers out, wherever it is, the little blossoms one. And oh, you're also going to need an embossing folder, and I am using the Fine Arts paint embossing folder. It is so pretty. So I'm going to show you this. I'm using Rococo Rose, and this is what the Fine Arts painting embossing folder makes your card look like. All right, so your card base is going to be the long way, and it's going to be cut at 4 1/4 by 11. All right, and then you are going to have a layer that is just slightly smaller. I mean, just slightly smaller. I cut this at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so it just barely is smaller than the base, and so what that does is it gives me a little bit of border there. And then my 2 layering ovals. And when you do your layering ovals, you want to do your layer first. Okay, let me pull out my ovals here. So you want to do your, is this the right one? Yeah, you want to do this one first. And once you've cut that out, run it through the embossing machine. And then what you'll do is you will put this here, okay, and you will take your next oval, which I think is this one, yep, and you will tape that in place so it doesn't move, okay. Then you can move your layer away, tape it, run it through the machine, okay, and then you'll have this layer. And that what happens is it keeps them straight. If you try to cut this oval first and then you put a solid layer on top to try to figure out where the die goes, it's almost impossible. So be sure to do the larger one first, okay, and then mark it and cut out that center. All right, so that we've done that, we've run it through the embossing machine. Because it is dimensional, it's got dimension to it, I like using the liquid. Oh, we've got Debbie Spicer says, we have no bunnies here anymore. Our puppy is a bunny chaser. No. Well, I tell you what, my cat is too. I have found bunnies in the pool. That is the saddest thing, to come home to a bunny in the pool. I have seen him catch, what he does, he traps the baby bunnies in the corner, and they're crying to their mama. It is something, again, having a cat with bunnies and birds. But they're still around. They haven't left town yet. My cat's name is Merlin, by the way. He's a black cat, and he's very sweet, but he likes bunnies. And squirrels and birds and lizards. Okay, so there we go. We have our first part done for this card today. Now, I want my design to be a peekaboo. So what I want is my image to be here, and then when you open the card, the rest of the scene, you can see the rest of the scene. I've got a little something there. Okay. All right, so we're going to take the bunny. Speaking of bunnies, we're going to take the bunny, and we're going to take the black mementos, because I'm going to color with the, what am I coloring? God goodness, I can't think and work at the same time. All right, so I actually have this pencil out. Yeah, let's mark it. Just in case I make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake. All right, there we go. Now it's marked. It's just a little trick. We have our bunny all inked up, and now we're going to put our bunny on there. Now this bunny, I want some green grass and I want some flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my bunny up, and I am going to do some ink blending and some masking. So let me erase my little pencil marks first. I purchased some masking, some special paper just for the masking technique. Now I don't sell it because Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this stuff, but it's called Masking Magic, and it's basically, it's Post-it note, but it's completely sticky. And I just stamped my bunny here, cut it out, and here is my little Post-it note bunny. And I just take my Post-it note bunny and put it right there on top. Okay. And now, first I'm going to do some grass inking. Pretty cool, huh? And also remember, you want a scrap piece of paper so that you don't get a harsh, because when you start, see how it leaves a harsh mark? You know what? I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for you guys. There we go. So you don't want to leave that harsh mark there. Okay, so I've started here, All right, and very lightly, barely holding my tool here. Get up here in the camera. I'm going to lightly, and then a little harder, and then a little harder, and I'm just creating some grass. Okay? And now, wait a minute, I don't want to pull my masking off yet because I want to put flowers around my bunny. So I have the little flowers that come in the stamp set, and I've got my ink here. All right, and we have a tulip, just like that. Okay, and oh, we need a, I'm not sure what kind of flower this is, but we'll do this one here. Let's put this one over here and another tulip over here. Okay, that's cute. Okay, not too many flowers, just enough, just for fun. Are you ready for the magic? This is why I guess it's called masking magic. All right, here we go. Take our little bunny ear off and pull. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. All right. Let's finish coloring our bunny. So I like gray for my bunny. I'm going to have gray bunnies. And first I'm going to start off. And if you are not used to our stamping blends, each of our 50 colors, well, almost 50. There's some we don't have blends for, but most of ours do. You take the light one first, color your whole image, then go back with the dark, do some shadowing, and then come back with the light and blend. So that's how, at least that's how I do it. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and with the light one, it doesn't look very light, does it? But the other one's even darker, so. Okay. So I've gotten all the outline edge. Now I can come in here and gently color. Oh, I should have left a white belly. Oh well, too late. Me and my coloring. Actually, it's not really too late. I'll show you a trick here in just a minute. I can actually lift most of this gray off to get a white belly, which I think I'll do. All right, now, wherever some shadowing is going to be. You ready for this? Let's zoom in just a little closer so y'all can really watch what I'm doing here. All right, so we're going to have shadow under these, under the wreath, under the flower wreath around the little bunny's head. Okay, we're going to have some shadowing under the chin. Okay, right there. We're going to have some shadowing under the little paws and above the little paws too, because the paws come out three, you know, or out here. Then where these little paws are down here, okay, where the artist put some little curves, little etching, okay, right there. The bottom of the bunny, okay, where the little bunny's sitting. All right. Oh, and above the wreath, you're going to have a little shadowing. Okay. All right. And maybe under his little nose a little bit. Okay. Not very much. Now we have to come back with this because we have all those harsh lines and we don't want those harsh lines. So we come back with the bullet tip, whoop, in the picture here, with the bullet tip, come in here and in a circular motion where the two colors meet, just come in here and you're going to blend. Okay. And up here. And up here. Okay. Now, I have to let this dry a little bit. Now, what I was saying about the little belly, what I can kind of make it white. There's a pen we have called the Color Lifter. Okay, and if I'll come in here, and let's say we want, let's say this area we want white, and see how that kind of lifts it? Isn't that kind of cool? Yeah. And the more you press, the more it lifts. And it doesn't even get it on the pen. Isn't that cool? Okay, so, and I'm noticing all in here, I'm just going to kind of color the whole thing because it was kind of looking harsh there. Okay, and if you want to come in here and color all this, again, make it a little lighter, but blend it some more. Okay. All right. Now, I don't like how, what happened is the alcohol went out and it left like a real ring right there, which I don't really like that. So I'm going to come in here and kind of lift some of that. All right, that looks a little better. Okay. And we lost our shadowing a bit there, so let me come back in here with a little bit of shadowing. There we go. That's better. Okay, bunny is done. Let's go back now to our flowers, and we're going to use the bullet end and do the leaves. You got that? And so there's that, and you lift it up and you get the whole scene. Isn't that cool? What I'm going to do here on the front, let me zoom out just a little bit more. I have these flowers and leaves punched out and the sentiment. All right, so I stamped the sentiment on a 1/2 inch scrap, okay, just welcome spring, and that's in the stamp set. I punched a leaf and a flower. So where's my glue? I just had it. There it is. Okay, here's my glue. I'm going to glue this on. Just a little bit, not very much. Okay. And we're going to stick this. I'm trying to think. The flower's going to go here in the sentiment. Okay, let's go up here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so there's that. And then we want a dimensional, but we're going to need a mini dimensional for this one. All right, so we have the mini dimensional, but I need my sentiment. Okay, there's my sentiment. And I need to trim the back end off. Well, it's going under the flower, so maybe not, just a little bit off. Okay, where it says welcome spring, I'm going to bring this up so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm clipping it about a 1/2 inch off. Then, and we have a punch that does this if you'd rather just punch, but I've been doing it by hand for so long, and I'm only doing this one. If I was doing a whole bunch of these cards, I'd get my punch out. But there you go. There's the tail. So you just cut it by hand. We're going to put welcome spring right here. Okay, I like that. Come on. Come on, glue. There we go. Welcome spring. There we go, that looks good. And our dimensional. And I like to take my fingernail and just kind of flip up these petals so it doesn't look too plain. Because it doesn't have any stamping on it or any shading or anything, so just kind of crinkle up the petal a little bit there. Okay, and now we're just going to put our flower right there. Oh, and of course it can't be finished without dun, 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 an opal round. I love these. They're so pretty. I'm going to use them on everything. We are finished with our card challenge. Yay! So this is a spring card. Welcome spring. And let me open it up so you can see the inside. There we go. So fun. And that is our card. So this week, go to the Facebook page. So if you're watching on YouTube, you have to go over to the Facebook page. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, then you just go to the post at the top. It's pinned. It's always pinned up there. And it is the card challenge. And make a spring card and enter it for next Wednesday. Okay, can't wait to see your cards for your card challenge. And welcome, and also, thank you, congratulations again, Hildenell. You won last week's challenge, and I'll be sending you another prize because you've won before, and that's great. Love winning more than one time. So fun. Okay, bye-bye.